I find myself yearning for your presence, lost in the tumult of my emotions. No other soul compares to you, and I silently endure the suffering I brought upon myself. I now acknowledge my fault, yet my heart aches for you, and I am haunted by the realization that I blamed you. So many sentiments remain unspoken, and regret lingers for concealing my true feelings and weaving a web of lies. I ponder whether your happiness persists without my presence, and I reflect on the foolishness of engaging in games, realizing I played myself. The weight of guilt bears down for the act of ghosting and avoiding you, actions taken in a moment of weakness. It becomes apparent that I lacked the courage to voice what needed expression, and now I yearn for an alternate reality. Despite attempts to bury myself in work and escape your memory, your presence persists in the recesses of my mind. Contemplating reaching out, panic halts my steps, and I choose to await a sign from you, hesitant to introduce further complications into your life. No matter how I strive to distract myself, a persistent emptiness prevails, a constant reminder of your unexpected entrance into my life. Considering the positive turns in my job, finances, and overall existence, I recognize you as a blessing, a gift bestowed upon me by a higher force. As I grapple with the complexity of emotions, I extend my hope for a future where the depth of my feelings can be conveyed, transcending the barriers of regret and silence. The individual who holds you dear is grappling with sleepless nights, haunted by their greatest fear, the prospect of losing you to someone else. A palpable sense of urgency pervades their thoughts, driven by the belief that time is slipping away, and the weariness of prolonged separation is taking its toll on both of you. Simultaneously, your own impatience with the extended period of waiting and uncertainty is evident. The person in question keenly observes your demeanor during this time and senses a guarded and distant disposition. Yet, in the midst of this emotional distance, there exists an ardent longing for a more profound intimacy with you. The exclusivity of their thoughts is apparent, as they can't fathom thinking about anyone else in the same way they think and imagine about you. In their eyes, you represent the embodiment of a complete package, and they envision you as wifey or husband material. This heightened awareness of your qualities stems from an operation of sorts, a process that has allowed them to see the real you. Your independence, emotional maturity, and unwavering loyalty have become evident, leaving a lasting impression. The authenticity you exude, coupled with high moral values, has the power to shock and astound them. Your personality is truly admired, revealing layers that resonate deeply with them. However, despite this admiration and the profound connection they feel, there is a palpable discontent with the current state of your relationship. Regret lingers, stemming from a realization that steps should have been taken earlier to ground this connection in reality. Now, there's a yearning to rectify this oversight, to bridge the emotional distance that has lingered for too long. The desire to rush towards you is potent, but there's a self-imposed restraint. The fear of appearing immature or impulsive holds them back, as they grapple with the delicate balance of timing and perception. It's a delicate dance between wanting to express their feelings and the fear of potentially jeopardizing what exists between you. In their eyes, you are not just a person but an embodiment of sexiness and success. There's an indescribable allure about you, a magnetic quality that they find irresistible and endlessly fascinating. The way you unfold yourself, slowly and beautifully, showcases a power and confidence that only adds to the fascination. The person in question contemplates a future leap of faith towards you with optimism. They harbor a genuine desire to succeed alongside you, to be part of a shared journey that transcends the past. Their deepest hope is that you won't forget them, that the connection you share won't be relegated to mere memories of the past. The narrative, as they see it, is one of a compelling and powerful connection with the potential for a profound and lasting future. In the recesses of my mind, I convinced myself that leaving you was the morally sound decision, a selfless act aimed at allowing you to find someone better equipped for the responsibilities of commitment and love. The awareness of my inability to fully meet your needs weighed heavily on me, prompting what I believed was a noble departure. Yet, even now, I grapple with the realization that I might still fall short of being the partner you deserve. This acknowledgement has become a catalyst for introspection, a recognition that there's substantial work to be done on myself. Numerous facets of my being require transformation before I can genuinely commit and stand as your equal counterpart in this relationship. You, my dear, are precious beyond measure. The dilemma I face is how to offer you everything when my own heart is fractured, clouded by lingering fears. The reason behind my failure to reciprocate your love as you desired lies in emotional voidness. I found myself navigating uncharted territories of love without a compass, unsure of how to articulate my emotions authentically. When you showered me with expressions of love, it felt gratifying, yet simultaneously overwhelming, triggering an instinct to retreat into silence. Please understand that causing you pain was never my intention. My departure was driven by an honest admission of my inability to navigate the intensity of the love you offered. As I reflect upon our shared past, I recognize the divergence in our emotional landscapes. It wasn't a matter of unwillingness, but rather an emotional unreadiness on my part. The void within me translated into a communication gap, leaving you yearning for a connection that I struggled to reciprocate. I left not out of indifference but as an acknowledgement of my shortcomings, a preemptive measure to spare you the inevitable heartache that my limitations would bring. It's imperative for you to fathom that you deserve more than I could ever provide. The gap between our emotional states became increasingly apparent, leaving me with the unsettling realization that I wasn't on par with the level of commitment and emotional depth you sought. Our perspectives on life, too, exhibited marked differences. While you held steadfast to the ideals of theoretical romance and the promise of a blissful forever, my outlook was clouded by uncertainties. Your visions encompassed a beautiful home and the laughter of children, a future rich with love and fulfillment. Undeniably, you deserve all of that and more, and it's with a heavy heart that I admit my perceived inadequacies in offering such a future. I am not oblivious to your dreams and aspirations, nor am I oblivious to the time and effort required to bridge the emotional chasm between us. As I grapple with the daunting prospect of initiating the right actions to put our shared vision into motion, fear takes root in my heart. However, in this acknowledgement, there lies a glimmer of hope, a recognition that, given time, I can overcome these hurdles and align myself with your dreams. So, my love, the question that weighs on my heart is whether you can endure the waiting. Can you hold steadfast through the storms of my personal transformation? The commitment I seek is not one born out of impulsive desire but a calculated and sincere effort to evolve into the partner you rightfully deserve. Can you find it in your heart to wait for that, my love?